There we go. There he is. There's a handsome man if I've ever seen that. It's comedian Tommy Davidson.
He knows exactly what he's going to be talking about, doesn't he?
Hey, Tommy. Are we touring your apartment? Where are we here?
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm actually in a hotel.
Okay.
It's my home.
That's very nice.
Are you on the road a lot?
It's a stand-up comedian's home, or actor's home.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to ask you something. Like many actors and comedians, I was reading about your background. You were working in a restaurant there for a while? Back in the day, way back?
Yeah, I did it all. IHOP was the first gig.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, and that was easy because I did so much housework. I was like, this is all y'all do? And I get free pancakes?
Yeah.
It's going to be a cinch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I used to work at a restaurant. I loved working in a restaurant. Did you watch The Bear at all, by the way?
No, The Bear.
Yeah, The Bear is it takes place in a Chicago restaurant. It's about as realistic as it can get with respect to what it's like working there.
Okay, what is it on? I mean, there's
Hulu.
a million.
Yeah,
It's on Hulu. Hulu now. You can. It's all the episodes are available for streaming.
What have you been watching? What's coming to mind?
I actually have been watching myself. I
don't blame you.
I have a show on. It's not a plug either, because animation is different. You don't get to really see the episode. You never really get to see it until it's done. So you watch for it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And since I don't do it on camera, I want to see, what I did. So The Proud Family is a cartoon that I've been the lead of for 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like number one on Disney Plus.
You're Oscar, right?
Yeah. I'm Oscar.
Yeah.
Peter Brad.
My nieces are big fans.
Now, do you do a number of variations in your voice work? And when you get directed, is that ever awkward? Do they say, hey, can
Never.
Really?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish that question.
You know what I'm saying? Is it like, hey, can you make that more street, or can you make that more weird, or can you make that more stupid?
Let's try it.
When you're being directed. Okay.
Okay. So just direct me and just go street. Go.
Okay.
I'll give you.
Can you talk to us like you're an idiot?
Sure.
See?
That wasn't very nice.
That was a mean question. I'm sorry. Talk to us like you're an intellectual.
Well, first of all, I'm not. And there was a president that talked like he was an intellectual. And wasn't either. I'm not going to name the president who it was, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you how that person sounded. So, I won't go into any specific detail about intelligence or any of that. I'll just keep it, let's say, above the belt.
Tommy Davidson is our guest. Tommy Davidson, intellectual. How about more street, if you will, if you were the president?
If I was the president?
But a little more.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all. If one more person steps to me, talk about my medical program, get ready to go to the hospital because my foot gonna go in your.
Tommy Davidson is a versatile actor, and
I can do an Italian.
Oh,
do an Italian.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
What's wrong with my house, Nick? My house stink. It stinks, Mick. I never asked you for no favors. I better fight the fight. I'll fight the fight. We'll be there. People knocking on my door. People taking my phone number. Used to come down to the gym. I couldn't even get a locker. Couldn't even get a locker, Mick.
It is dead on.
Tommy Davidson is our guest, and Tommy is doing a stand-up comedy tour. Helium is the next stop, I believe, this weekend in Indy. And Tommy, can you go way back in your career and remember when you were first going up on stages in the early days? What was the first piece that you did or character that you did that worked? Do you remember? Was there one that you finally went, wait a minute, I can do this?
It wasn't a joke, but it was funny. I started in a strip club in the worst part of Washington, D.C., right? And, I was convinced by my friend who told me, you can be a movie star. You're wasting your life. I just got a job as an assistant chef at a Ramada Inn, so I had a good job. And I'm 18. And he finally got me to go to this place. And the manager looks at me and goes, there's the mic, hurry up, whatever you're doing. And I look at my friend and I go, what do you want me to do? And he says, I don't care what you do, man. Just say something in that mic. So I go up there and I go, we had a lot of roaches. And my mom said if we clean up our house, if we cleaned up the kitchen enough, we wouldn't have them. So she made us stay in the whole weekend, and clean the kitchen. And she was right. We didn't have any more roaches. But the next day they were eating our couch. And people laughed. But it was a true story. We're watching Speed Racer. I don't know if you guys remember that. I don't know if it's reaching you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're hearing all this scratching, and we pull up the couch pillows, and there's where all the roaches were.
Oh man.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's usually where you find all the cat boo-boo during Easter egg hunts as well.
Yeah. But people love stuff like that because it's got so much truth to it.
Yeah. And I just went from there. The other stuff was already there, and it was already there since I was a kid. So I could always do, Lady Love, your love is simple like the morning sun, or Barry White. I'm gonna love you a little more. Or like I do like Led Zeppelin and mess around, like the Led Zeppelin Kool-Aid commercial. Maybe I Kool-Aid. Wait outside. You gonna need some Kool-Aid. I used to do. I'm doing all this stuff. My mom was like, "Shut up! What are you doing in there?"
Yeah. Well.
And one day she looked at me and she said, "But that's actually pretty good, But what are you gonna do with it? Now get a job, So.
Now, have you ever done regular commercials? Real commercials?
Yeah. I had my best commercial. I did. It wasn't the best, but it was the biggest. I did a Pizza Hut commercial for the Super Bowl.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's big.
And it premiered right before the kickoff.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Right. Now, if people would have liked the Pizzone, I might have got some better jobs. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That was a classic case of the consumer, redirecting my career.
We're talking with
my commercial career.
We're talking with actor and comedian Tommy Davidson. Early on, when you would go to auditions, would you see the same guys over and over again? And would you look around the room and go, they think that guy looks like me, or they think that guy sounds like me, or acts like me?
Yeah. But I'm black, so. But yeah, it is. But now it could be a little awkward. I actually try not to do it because it's very distracting when when you go for the audition and the guy goes, "Whoa, oh my God, I just got here last night on the bus. Man, are you going in for this?" Nah, man, I was just, I'm just hanging out, man. That got a little hard, actually. So what I did was I just didn't go to those anymore. And I was feeling bad about that because I'm like, if you don't go to an audition, you're not going to get the part, I guess. So I'm walking out of this studio where I just left out of there. It was for a character in one of the Friends cast TV show. Mm-hmm. And I just walked out of there because it was just like, man, come on, the line's around the corner, And I'm walking out of the studio and I saw Whoopi Goldberg, who's an old friend. She said, how are you doing? I said, I'm doing really good. She said, what are you doing here? I said, I just walked out of an audition. She said, good for you. Good for you. And keep on walking. The camera will find you.
Oh.
Did it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, Tommy Davidson, it's a great pleasure speaking to you. You are so funny. And once again, on tour, and we'll give you some of those dates coming up. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man. I'm looking at you and I'm just observing. Nobody might not even know this name, but you just remind me a lot of Ernest Borgnine.
McHale's Navy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you just made his day,
The
Tommy.
McHale's Navy 1.
Yes.
PT 73.
That's right.
I can name off the cast. The great Carl Ballantine as Gruber.
Thanks, Tommy.
Thanks,
Thanks a lot.
Tommy Davidson. Do you know where Tim Conway was from?
Son of
Oh, my
a...
God.
Where?
Chagrin Falls, Ohio, where I went to high school, ladies and gentlemen.
Beautiful. Elvis went to mine.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, and do you remember the name of the prisoner of war?
No.
Fuji. McHale's Navy.
Yeah, this is getting really scary.
Yeah.
But I started it.
Okay, Tommy, here we go. PT boat trivia.
You must.
Tommy Davidson.
Okay.
John F. Kennedy. What was the number of his PT boat?
That's easy.
Well, it's easy. What's
C439.
what was it?
C439.
That's wrong. No, it's PT. Did you say 109?
No.
Yeah.
149? What did he say? Now he's lying.
No, it was the audio broke up. That or I'm not listening.
Would you listen to Michael? Listen to Michael McDonald back there. I'm lying.
That's right.
I think he just insulted Michael McDonald. I'm not sure.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Yeah, PT 109. Do you remember who portrayed?
You got to shut up.
See what you started, Tommy?
Tommy,
Do you see
damn it.
Tommy.
No, he's people.
Okay. I got one for you.
Go ahead.
I got one for you.
All right.
What was the girl's name that was on the back of the horse? And we all want to know. On the back of the horse at the end of Planet of the Apes with Charles Heston.
Oh, that's a great question.
God.
Every guy wants to know that.
Nova.
Nova?
What was it, Ace?
Nova.
Is that correct?
No, her name.
Oh, the actress's name?
Well, I give Ace at
She's
least.
the only thing. She was the only thing that we watched in that movie as little boys. We're going, something's different about her in this whole movie.
She's
You know what I
different.
mean? Why am I paying attention to her?
So what is the answer, please?
I don't know.
He legitimately wanted.
He wanted us to tell him.
We have just had the worst interview with Tommy Davidson.
No.
He will never call us again. Okay, Tommy, and before we go, now they made a movie of John F. Kennedy's exploits.
You've got to.
Oh, God.
And do you remember who portrayed President Kennedy in the 1962 movie about his exploits in World War II?
The TV movie?
No, it was a regular. It was a huge success too.
What is his name? He used to be on Hollywood Squares a lot.
Not Paul Lind. That would be very awkward. How would that
Okay, well, I
sound,
was gonna
Pat?
say that.
If Paul Lind.
I was going to say, yeah.
Don't
I
ask
think we
what
should
you
get a
can do for your
convertible.
country.
Yeah. You know, I don't think we should be taking a convertible today. Yeah, you know what, guys?
It was Cliff Robertson
You know
who
what?
who was like 45 years old portraying the 20-something-year-old Kennedy. Was very odd. Well, Tommy, we really do have to go. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I don't
Thank
know
you
how
guys,
this got
man.
lost.
Thanks for having me.
I
man.
enjoy your company so much. What a great guy. Thank you,
Thank
Tommy.
you, Tommy.
Have a great day, you guys. For real, man. Love you guys,
All
man.
right.
You too. Thank you so
Have a good
much.
one.
Tommy Davidson on tour doing some stand-up. God, that guy's hilarious.